gross. 7 days in the gym. I don't know how to count. 7 days in the gym. It's good. Today we're gonna go help Lindsay record a podcast. So you'll get to see Brent and Cedric again and their lovely apartment in the 18th. I think that's where we're recording it. If it's not, I'm headed to the wrong place. I'll explain why I'm helping on the way, and hopefully coffee happens. I don't know. I have plenty of time. I'm up early. Nobody wakes up in this city this early. Also, we're gonna come back and investigate this because it's new. And I feel like we should figure out what happened there. There's a lot of stuff that's changing around town. We gotta get out and see what's going on. And just that quickly, it was canceled. But look at me, I've got an umbrella for once. And Cooper, well, he's got his rain jacket. If I could train him how to carry an umbrella, I would. Kind of funny. The podcast is what's canceled. Not the whole podcast, recording the podcast. Lindsay has a podcast. If you're not following her, you should. I've been a guest. I'll link to that episode. But you know what's not canceled? These guys. Still available. I mean, they're going to be available only for the next 17 days. I'm kind of losing track of how long the storefront's going to be open. It's a limited run. Go grab yours now, store.parismypocket.com. They're hilarious. The one thing that's different, you'll notice that this is actually a prototype. I don't know where the Moulin Rouge, official final version is. I have one, I don't know where it is. But the pockets are pointy to match the logo, right? It's a pocket, Paris in My Pocket. Did you ever notice that? The Paris in My Pocket logo is a pocket. Anyway, the only difference is gonna be not square on the bottom. Pointy. Anyways, we're still gonna get lunch. We're gonna go see Lindsay and her husband. Lunchtime. Okay, I'm glad I brought the umbrella. Anyways, we were gonna go to the only restaurant in town, the best Indian restaurant in town, but apparently it's full. But I don't see them out here, so hopefully that means there's a cancellation. Got us inside because boy do I not want to be out here right now. Whew. Does that mean no? But I think it's also a dynamic that doing something with different plate. C'est moi. Did you say this is how a movie is made?
He's like, I don't get the point.
A movie like, well, no Indian, but we went for Levantine instead, and it was delicious. Only note would be that I don't know if this is a one-off. It was a little bit slow on the service. They only had 2 people working, but they were very friendly, and the food was great. So, you guys all right?
This guy being awkward. What do you think?
He hated it, but that's just because he had to stay on the floor and spilled his own water. So what can you do? I've never had a brunch quite like that before. It was good, and I do love a good brunch. I also love a camera that doesn't fall to its death. What I was gonna say before my phone tried to kill itself. Whoa! Was that despite the fact that I wanted Indian food? That was a tasty, tasty brunch. I'm just not sure if it was worth 33 euros for it was very light, delicious, but felt like there was a little bit too little for all of us. You kind of split the first round, and I feel like it would have been the same amount between 2 people as it was for 3. So we got a little less than, I was hungry. What can I say? Otherwise, it was delicious. That's all I was gonna say. Brunch in Paris is a hard thing to come by. If you want a good, hearty, eggs and bacon kind of brunch, good luck. It happens occasionally, but it's rare. But now we're off to this is quite the Saturday, I'm not gonna lie. Brunch with friends and then coffee with friends. Victoria has a twin. Her name is Veronica. Victoria you saw last week for coffee 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. Anyways, we're meeting at Opera, which is not an area that I would normally suggest for coffee. However, one of my favorite coffee shops does happen to be around the corner. They opened not that long ago. You've seen them in a whole bunch of videos. And Rue Saint Anne's not far from here if you want to get ramen or some really good Korean chicken. It depends on which direction we walk from here. If you come to Opera, you really want to know which street to take because most of these don't lead to much in the way of what I would want to go eat personally. But hey, there you go. It's the way it works. Anyway, I can't wait for the Opera to for them to finish putting this together because this scaffolding with the giant ads on it definitely ruins the vibe pretty significantly. I don't know if that guy was taking photos of me or Cooper or both, but well, the rain is unrelenting, and the ladies are running late, so we're just gonna hide in the metro for a minute and we'll get coffee ASAP. It also just helps to walk the dog a little bit because it's pretty cold, and it's not so cold that, you know, he needs extra insulation, but if he's not moving, he starts to get a little shivery, so it's feeling kind of bad standing outside waiting. I'm really ready for this winter to be over. I know it's not technically spring yet, and I know that, who knows, the boundaries between seasons are not fixed in time or temperature, but I'm really, really ready for spring. I love spring in Paris. Paris in the spring is lovely. It's like Paris in autumn. I guess I'm kind of a transitional Parisian seasonal kind of guy, but some coffee will warm us up. Are you cold, buddy? You don't actually look that cold. I guess their metro is, like the train is stuck, so we're just gonna go straight to coffee. The reason I was gonna wait instead of going there by myself is just because often, you know, seating can be limited, and if you try to claim a spot for multiple people, when you don't have all the people, sometimes it's easier just to rock up with everybody, so, I don't know. Sometimes we just make odd choices. I just get it. The ladies wanted to do just a little more shopping. Dyson and then Muji.
Muji is not a girl for women's, but Dyson, yeah.
Wait, but then who are you buying? Who's the Muji for? I've never been in a Dyson store before.
My favorite.
That one?
Look. Ouais, merci.
Also because half these products don't apply to me, I guess, is part of the reason. She wants, you gotta go.
You like it? Good, bro.
What is that, buddy?
Muji diffuser.
Muji diffuser.
Very cool, very crazy. And Nika, in 10 minutes we are done, okay?
Veronica on a mission. Although she's not so on a mission, she's racing up the stairs.
Small Patron, exactly. No, you just choose whatever oil you like. Is it good?
Because I need to store some stuff. Better organize my storage. It's kind of chaotic. This could do it for sure. I gotta get to Japan. I really need to get to Japan. That is how people live for it. I still haven't done it yet. One of these days. I don't know if I have that one. This assembly point invader. Yeah, they give a pork. You want to have the other one? All in all, not a bad Saturday. Thanks to today's patron producer, Samantha Liau, all my patrons, for sending me out here. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for another coffee. I think that's the plan for tomorrow. We'd like a coffee chat. And otherwise, hope you're having a great weekend. I'm Cooper. How am I getting in?